Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we'll start our week number 3, and in this week we will discuss about trade cycles. And a trade cycle is actually a phenomena which suggests that the economic activity within the economy does not go smoothly. It has certain ups and downs, and it follows a pattern of cyclical pattern. Like there are certain times the period of good business, and certain times there is a period of bad business, and the economic activities are sometime at its upper edge, and there is the economic activity is increasing. There is actually increase in employment, investment, and so on. But in certain time it goes down on downfall, and there was a time that business is not going very well. So these ups and downs in the business activity or in the general business activity is called as trade cycle. As a business student, it's very important that we should see that in the economy in which we are working, or in which we are operating our business, what kind of pattern it is following, and based upon that we have to make our decision, like expansion decision or retrenchment decision, or being at a status quo level. So the trade cycle is generally called as ups and downs in the general business activity, which shows a cyclical like patterns. First of all, when we talk about trade cycle, the trade cycle is a phenomena, or it's an activity in which the people can understand the direction of economy, like where the GDP is going, or it is actually declining, and obviously we have to plan accordingly. The economy follows the trade cycle regularly. It's something very much important, because there is a cycle-like pattern in the business activity when we talk about the trade cycle, and these pattern or these cycles are called as business cycle or economic cycle or trade cycle. It helps the investor to make certain decision, or it helps the person to make a certain decision regarding investment, or if you want to operate our business. And it's something very much important while you are planning or you are making decision for your business. When we talk about business cycle or say trade cycle, there are different phases of a trade cycle. Like there is a period when the economy is growing, like which is called as expansion. Expansion means that expanding, growing. So it's a period when there is the people are very optimistic. People are optimistic about the future opportunities. They think that if they will invest in certain businesses, they'll obviously benefit from that. So that is a period of expansion in which the economic activity is expanding, and many people are making investments, and the business activity has taken up pace. Second phase is in which the economic activity is at its peak, like it's also called as a boom phase, and the increase in economic activity more than that is not possible. The economic activity as its peak, and every business is working in its at its full potential, and the people are gaining profits, and there is employment, and the purchasing power of people has been increased, and people are consuming. And so in this case we can say that it's the ideal phase, but this phase does not last very long, or just it also depends upon the planning, or it depends upon the government to how much they will sustain that period. But whatever the time this period takes, but the economy has to go on the next phase of trade cycle, that is called as contraction. But after it going into up to peak, or after in its peak, the economy obviously going to shrink, or economic activity, sorry, is going to shrink, and people start taking out their investment. Rather than making investment, they'll go for saving money, or there is the demand started to decline. There are many factors which will affect the decline or contraction of the economic activities. This suggests that business activity start to decrease, and the investment would be shrinkage, and people the the businessmen try to close its bleeding units, and they will obviously, when these units or many other units were closed down, so there would be increase in employment, and the increase in employment will decrease the consumption, or the people who are consuming, or it will decline the purchasing power of the people. And so obviously demand decreasing now, and the cycle goes on, and people will the supply has to decrease, and the producer will decrease that supply, and so on. The contraction will go on, and it will go up to the phase that is called as trough or a bottom. And trough is a phase when there is a depression in the economy. There is very low economic activity, and most of the business are being shut down, or if they are not shut down, they are producing at their lowest level possible, because there is a deflation, this deflation kind of trend, and the demand is at slower ebb, and so on. When this straw, the next phase would be the expansion phase, and when the companies try to come out from this straw, or the government take necessary measures in order to get out from this phase, so then again the economy goes to the expansion, and so the cycle goes on and on. Now you can see this business cycle with the help of this diagram. First of all, this is the arrow which shows the expansion phase, in which the economic activity is increasing, and the employment has increased, and so on. From expansion phase, the peak phase come, or a boom phase come, in which the business activity is at its higher ebb, and the businesses are getting profits, and many other related activities or aggregate activities shows the same pattern. But there are certain time when these patterns have to be decreased, because the increase in this activity will now the damaging the economy, and so on. The contraction phase starts, in which the economy is actually shrinking, the economic activity is declining, and from contraction the economy goes to trough phase, which is the bottom phase, in which, or if it is a depression phase, in which the economic activity is at its lower ebb. Then due to the government intervention measures or certain other planning activities, the economy take its pace, and then it shifts up to the expansion phase, and from expansion it goes to the peak phase, and then after that it's to contraction phase. So trade cycle is the phenomena in which we can see that the economic activity or any economy which goes from the expansion phase to the peak phase, from the contraction to depression to then again the expansion phase. So this is a cyclical activity, and based upon the cyclical pattern we can make our business decision depending upon the economic phase the economy is in. Now, we will discuss each phase one by one, and we can see that what kind of activities are there in each phase. First of all, we will talk about an expansion phase in which the economic activity is increased. So first of all, there is increase in wages. Why there is increase in wages? Because the business have started, the demand of certain item has increased, or because in the expansion phase precisely follow the depression phase. So there are certain government measures, or there are certain planning measures which will help to increase the economic activity, and based upon that the wages of the people increase. As the wages of the people increase, so there would be very low unemployment, people have purchasing power, and people want to spend money, because their purchasing power has increased, and they have employment, and they can spend money on different items. In majority of case they can go for luxurious item as well. Then a third thing, which is the important characteristic of the expansion phase, is that people are very optimistic and spending money. Optimistic, that means like in the case of consumer goods, and in the case of the business goods. In case of business goods, people are very optimistic, because people people think that the people who are investing in the businesses, they think that if they invest in certain activity or business activity or certain business, or if they buy certain business item, they will obviously get profit from that, and they are spending money because they think that they will get benefit or they will get profit from that money. That's why the people are spending their money. Then they are very much optimistic about their employment, and their purchasing power has increased. There is high demand for goods. That's something very much important, because once your wages had increased, unemployment has decreased, the people want to spend money. So obviously there would be a good demand for or a high demand for certain goods. That might be the business good, or that might be a consumer goods. The business goods are those goods which are being purchased for resale purposes. So there would be high demand for both business products and the consumer goods. And once the demand has increased, the supply has to be increased. And this for increasing supplies, the production units have to expand their production, or in certain time they will start new units. So when the businesses start, it will increase the job opportunities, and obviously will have a positive impact on the economy as well. And thirdly, it's a period when getting loan from the bank is very easy. The credit is cheaper, and people can get money for businesses. So obviously it will encourage the business to get debt off from the bank and invest it in your business. So it actually help both the ongoing business and the people who want to enter into new business. So it will increase the production, and obviously it has an impact on the employment and the consumption pattern of the people. Business make profit and stock prices increase. Business obviously make profit because they are sure that people are willing to buy their products, and the business will get profits from higher sales. And once the businesses are growing, so obviously there is a good reputation of that businesses in the stock market, and people are willing to purchase stocks of those businesses, and the businesses who are profiting are higher in number. So obviously the market activity increase, and obviously your business or your stock market index increases. So the overall, when we see the expansion phase, it's actually a trend of increasing everything. The trend of increasing the production level, trend of increasing the employment level, trend of increasing the demand and production and supply. So it will give boost to the economy. Now, this is the peak phase, and it is followed by the expansion phase. And obviously, when we come up to the peak phase, the economic activity has the economy reach at the point where the increased growth is not possible. And in this phase, the economy stop growing, and going beyond that level is not possible, and the companies or GDP is at its maximum, and the businesses are gaining maximum profit. Like it's a cash cow phase in which the growth is not there, but the businesses are getting more and more profit. But that's the phase that's the phase in which the businesses feel that they cannot produce any more, or obviously if they cannot produce any more, they cannot make expansion, or they cannot increase their supply. So obviously they cannot hire more people, and they cannot create more job opportunities, which give rise to the contraction to the cycle. Because when this increase stops, the next phase would be the contraction phase, and it is also called as a recessionary phase. And after the peak phase, the recessionary phase starts. Contraction phase comes after the boom phase, or a peak phase, in which that's actually a point in which the businesses are gaining maximum profit, but they cannot increase their production level. But in a contraction phase, it is a phase that the economic activity start to shrink. The economic activity start to declining, because there are certain factors which will make the companies to cut back their production, and due to decrease in production or due to decrease their economy, decreasing their business activities, they have to lay off many people, which will create unemployment. And due to unemployment, the purchasing power of many people decline, and the number of jobs also declined, and the people become very pessimistic, because their jobs are not very confirmed. The people are losing their jobs. So obviously, when people are losing their job and job opportunities are declining, they become very pessimistic. They will become very negative about spending money, like in both with the business goods and in the consumer goods. Because on if we talk about the business goods, the business goods are there for making for business, and people purchase that goods because they want to invest those goods into their business, or make purchase that goods because they want to generate profit from that goods. But if they are pessimistic about those goods, so obviously they'll try to avoid that, and they will not purchase those goods. Secondly, when we talk about consumer goods, so due to the fact that people are losing their jobs and the job opportunities are declining, people are very precautious, and they will try to save money rather than spending money, and the consumption will start declining. And there is another thing which is very important to understand, that when in a expansion and in a peak phase, the bank loans are very cheap, and people start extensively start borrowing money from the bank. And in this phase, this is the phase in which the reservoirs of the bank start to decline, and bank has to make the credit expensive, because their reservoirs have declining. So they will stop lending money, or they will make credit more expensive, due to which people don't lend money from the banks. So this is the phase in which all the economic activities start to shrink, and the profits are declining, and people are not investing, rather than they will start to save money, because when they will invest their money in the banks will give their higher rate, because the bank start to attract money from the people, because their reservoirs have declined. The trough is the last phase of a business cycle, and it's a phase in which the economic activity come up to its lower ebb, and there is very little activity going on in the business, in the economy, and the economy bottom up, reaches its lowest points, and the unemployment at its peak. The people are not spending, or the people who are spending, they are only spending for the basic necessities, and because the business activity is declining, so the stock prices also drops, because the economy is in a very bad position, and the business activity is dropping down, and people are not investing in the business, but they are only want to save, and the circulation or supply of money is actually start declining. But this is the phase in which the government have to take steps in order to take out your economy from this, and it definitely depend upon the planning of the government, and different other aspect, which will determine that how we can take out our economy from and the longest time the economy stay in this period, there would be damage to the whole economy in that period. So it's very important that the certain effort should be taken, that the economy should come out from the trough phase as early as possible, because when you come out from the trough, there is no other point you can go, and you have to go from trough to expansion phase. So these are the business cycles, like from expansion to the economy goes to the peak phase, and from the peak phase it goes to the recessionary or the contraction phase, and from the contraction phase it goes to the trough or depression phase. So the economy follows this pattern, and this pattern goes on and on. But it's important that we should know that the government or the government should try to sustain the peak phase as longer as possible, and to come out from the trough phase as early as possible, in order to avoid damages from the trough phase. Okay, now recession or depression, when we talk about recession or depression, a prolonged contraction is called a recession, or a contraction phase in which, and obviously we know that the contraction phase is the phase in which the economic activity or the business, the other many other factors which are related to the economic activity are declining. And if the contraction goes for more than 6 months, it is called as recession. A recession of more than one period is called a depression. And depression is a phase when the economic activity is at its lower ebb. Now, what keeps the business cycle going? What are the factors? What are the factors which will determine these business cycles, and which has a significant impact on economic activity? And based upon that, the economies goes from recessionary phase to the depression or the trough phase, and from trough phase it goes to the expansion phase, and so on, from expansion to peak phase. So majorly there are four variables which causes changes in the business cycle. First of all, business is investment. Business investment, what is business investment? As when we are putting money into businesses, and we are putting more and more assets into our business, that is called as business investment. So when the economy is expanding, sales and profit keep rising. Like there is an expanding phase, the economy is growing, and due to which sales and profits keeps rising. And once these sales and profits keep rising, some companies invest in new plants and equipment. Obviously, when as a businessman, when you see that investing in certain activities or in expanding your business is a profitable, so you will try to increase your business activity, and you will try to invest more in your plants, investment and equipment, and any other assets which are related to that, which will increase the business activity, or which will increase your businesses. And as this businesses increase or expand, it will create new jobs. And once these jobs are increased, people purchasing power of the people increase, and due to increase in the purchasing power, there would be definitely impact on the consumption patterns of the people. And obviously when there is expansion, the economic activity obviously increase, because the supply has to be increased, because demand of certain products increase. And in case of contraction, the opposite is true, as the reverse procedure, when the businesses think that they will not be profitable in certain things, or when they see there are certain businesses which are continuously declining, so obviously they'll shut down those businesses, which will decrease the jobs over there. They will people lose jobs on that segments, or in that businesses, which will decrease the purchasing power of the people, and the demand of certain items would be decreased, which will have a negative impact on the economy. And obviously the cycle goes on, and the business activity will start decreasing. The next thing which is very important is interest rate and credit. Interest rate and credit is actually associated with banks, because whenever the government thinks that they have to increase the supply of money or decrease the supply of money, so they will make changes in the interest rate, as this is called as the monetary policy. And this monetary policy is actually designed by a central bank of any country. So interest rate and credits are important determinant of business cycle, because when there is low interest rate, so that means that credit is not very expensive, and it is easier to get credit from the businesses. And once this credit is cheaper, so company make new investment. And when they will make new investments, obviously new jobs will be create, and and obviously there is a cycle that with the increase in the jobs, the demand, and the demand is also increased, and supply is also increased, and so on, the investment will increase. But when there is when the banks thinks, or when the central bank thinks that there is too much money circulating in the economy, and there is inflation which is increasing. Secondly, when the banks reservoirs start to decline, and the people they want to attract money from the people, because they want to fill up their reservoirs. So in that case, they have to increase interest rate, and so on. When the interest rate increase, the credit from bank would become expensive, and the investment would be decreased, or dries up, and there would be less growth in the job. Then third thing is your consumer expectation. Like when there is a forecast of an expanding economy, it fuel more spending. Like when there is, the people think that the business activity will increase, and obviously when there is increase in the business activity, so obviously they will have more job opportunities, and when they have more job opportunities, obviously they will be getting more salaries or more wages from that, and obviously they'll spend more. But in case of recession, the consumer spending decrease, because they will forecast that the certain jobs will not be available in the future, so they will save money for their future, and in this case their spending would decline, and there would be low economic activity in the economy. The third factor, which can be called as the major determinant of a business cycle, is your external shock, like the disruption of the oil supply, wars, natural disaster, or many other things, terrorism activities, or like for recently we have seen the COVID-19 problem, in which there is a great pandemic situation, and all the activities of business have stopped, and people have to stay at home. But we can see that in certain cases, in certain businesses, like in online business and other business, they have got profit. So many there are certain expansion to that, but when we see the overall aggregate activities, so in aggregate activity, the pandemic situation has declined the overall business activities. And for example, we can also see that in 1992 to 2000, it's the longest periods of expansion in the US history. But early in 2001, signs of contraction appear, though the Bush administration denied it. The September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks quickly caused the business cycle to shift into a contraction. So obviously there is a contraction phase in that period as well. The external shocks, or any other thing, like terrorism attack, or any other pandemic situation, can also create a business cycle. As we have talked in detail about business cycle, but it also, the question comes also in our mind, that why we are talking about business cycle and economy. As you are the business student, and it's very important that you should know the behavior of the economy, because you will be the business executive of the future. So you have to see that what things, or what reasons are behind the creation of this business cycle and certain behavior of the economy. Like in the case of quitting a job, when you are doing a job, and if the economy is going in its contraction phase, so it's important for you to understand that quitting a job in that time period, it's not a very good decision, because you will not find another job easily. But if the economy is in a period of expansion, and the economy is not the economy is growing, and new businesses are starting, so there is many jobs available. There are many jobs available, and because the businesses are expanding, and new jobs are creating. So in an expansion phase, if you want to quit a job because you have certain problem with that current job, so it's quitting a job is a good decision in an expansion phase. But in a recession phase or in a contraction phase, it's not a very good decision. Or in a case when you want to make a big purchase, and if you are very much sure that you will not lose your job in a contraction phase, so you can buy your house in an expansion phase. But when the economy start to slow down, and interest rate will decrease, so you have to buy a house until the rates drop to a very low point. Because if you are sure that you will not lose your job in the future, so it's a good decision to purchase your house when interest rates are low.